Hey there, Gemini. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be your first half of May reading, and I'm going to continue shuffling. I've already started, of course. And if you're new here, my name is Melissa, and I will be doing Zodiac Tarot readings. I also post a video every Monday on a metaphysical topic, whatever I'm feeling like talking about, or maybe if you have a suggestion, I definitely will take that. But Mondays are Metaphysical Mondays around here, so make sure you hit subscribe and ring that bell so that you get notified every time I post a new video. While I shuffle, I want to remind you that this is a general reading, so I will be connecting to energies kind of all over the place, and I will have messages for multiple people, so sometimes not the whole reading will resonate for you, so please take what resonates for you and leave the rest for the other people who are getting a message. All right, one more shuffle. The card on the bottom of the deck is going to determine our overall energy for the reading since we don't have a question to go from. And on the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like this is like my my luxury card, my feeling on top of the world kind of card. Like you kind of feel like you've got your shit together financially. Or maybe you don't have to work and you're totally comfortable. It's comfort and luxury is what I'm getting from this card. So let's see what the rest of the cards have to say for Gemini, first half of May. All right, we have the Emperor. Also kind of a luxurious feel. Gemini. Yeah, another 9. Another 9. Woo! There goes a card. There's our next card. Gemini. And it landed in the reverse, the High Priestess. All right. Okay, one more card. Put this picture together. The Close. So that would be the Death card. If you're new here, this deck doesn't follow exactly the traditional like Rider-Waite. It has different names, but it's kind of the same thing. So what I'm seeing for the first half of May so far, with the first half of the cards out, is there's a lot of major arcana cards out here. We have 1, 2, 3 out of 5 are majors. So I feel like there's some really deep growth going on for you. There's some spiritual shifting kind of going on with you. I feel like maybe some things going on a different plane. And by that, I mean not in your necessarily physical reality that you can see with your eyes or experience with your 5 physical senses, but something on a deeper level, maybe internal or even external, non-physical, etheric kind of changes going on, maybe within your timeline. So some kind of shift. And with the Close card out here, the Death card, I do feel that something is ending for you, but I feel it's a positive ending. It's something that you wanted to end, or that you kind of saw coming and needed to end, something that is necessary to close in your life, to open a new chapter. And being that that's the last card in the first half of the spread, I feel like what is going on right now, you're moving into a different, not dimension specifically, but into a new course for your path. So I feel like a lot of people think like, you know, like, what is my purpose in life, or what path should I be on? And I feel like that changes and shifts throughout your reality depending on the decisions that you make and the choices that you make. And it can change and shift and end up in different places. And I feel like that is changing for you right now. There is a path that's kind of come to an end, and there is a new path that I feel like you are paving this path for yourself. I don't feel like it's something that, I feel like it's something that you want to do it your own way. You want to go your own direction. You know that there are other paths out there that people have gone down. They're well worn, and you know they're safe, and you can see clearly down that toward the end of the path. but you want to make your own path is what I'm feeling right now. And I feel like you are totally comfortable doing that, going your own way. You don't feel like you need to be dependent on anyone else. But I do see the High Priestess is in the reverse. So I feel like this is something that is kind of more being more deliberate in your physical life. It's more ego based, more ego driven, more something that you aren't. It's not being necessarily guided by spirit. It's more something that you're like, I really like in your head, deliberately, I need to do this a certain way, and you're not really listening to the guidance that is, they have kind of taken a back seat and let you go your direction. It's not really something that is being guided intuitively. It's just something that you want to do, and it's not something that you feel is something that that is predestined for you. I feel like this is something that you want to go out on your own and do this, and you kind of aren't really feeling like it's not that it's not meant to be, but that it's not, it's just not something that you don't feel like it's been laid out for you already. It's something that you feel you're doing differently than maybe you did in a past life or something along those lines. But I do think these nines is really solidifying the close coming after them. So we have the nines, and then we have the High Priestess in reverse, and then we have the close. So whatever this is, this came right before it. Whatever this is what's ending. And that path that you're going on, I feel like you're taking a new path. You're and having the close right after that kind of does say to me that maybe that headstrong, I'm gonna do this my way, my spirit guides be damned kind of path that you were on. Maybe that's what's ending. I feel like maybe for some of you that's what's beginning, and for some of you that's what's ending. So but with the nines are almost done. You're almost there. It's not a culmination completion, but you're in the final stages. So we have final stages, and then we have the High Priestess in reverse, which tells me that this is more ego driven and more kind of following the rules, more not kind of going with the flow, but this is something that you are planning out and following it to a T. But I feel like that for some of you is what's closing. Now for some of you, I feel like that's what's going to begin. But the Emperor, I also feel that's with the High Priestess in reverse. The Emperor, I feel like it's kind of the same vibe that I'm getting off of those. I feel like this is more I don't know. I feel like with the High Priestess in reverse, it's giving off more of a masculine than a feminine, where it would in the upright position. So I feel like it's giving more of the Emperor vibe. So it's more giving of yourself, but more for yourself. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you. It's kind of, I mean, the Emperor isn't really selfish, but I feel like with the High Priestess in reverse, I'm getting kind of you're being generous, but not to benefit the person you're being generous to. I mean, if it's a person or a situation, whatever, it's because you're going to get something out of it, which is not normally what I get from this card, but being with the High Priestess in reverse, that's kind of what I'm getting, is that see, he doesn't look like a complete jerk, right? There's like a lot of happy stuff going on around him and stuff. He doesn't look like a complete jerk, but sometimes I feel like right now what you have been doing that is coming to an end is this kind of ego-centered, materialistic, and in order to benefit yourself, rather like you're giving to other people in order to gain something for yourself, and not just to be giving. Okay, I hope that makes sense. That took a long time for me to get that out, but all right, let's get some more cards. Gemini. We need more information. I'm not done shuffling. Sorry, guys. One more. The Empress. Okay, so now we have the Emperor and the Empress. And where it falls is on either side of the Nine of Pentacles. So my luxury card, my comfort and luxury and feeling on top of the world card is right between the Emperor and the Empress. So I feel like there's like a blockage, like you feel too comfortable to kind of work with someone. There's something going on where you're just not feeling a connection, and you just really want to focus on yourself. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being nurturing to yourself. This may be maybe there are some children involved if you are a mother. Maybe there's something going on as far as a new baby. I mean, both of these cards in here, I'm going to turn these this way so you can just see the babies. Babies, okay? Babies. Baby, baby, baby. So if there is not an actual baby on the way, or maybe that's the new, that new why you need to come to an end with this kind of ego-driven path that you were on, is now because you need to put somebody else first. I feel like maybe there is actually, even if it's not a baby, it could be just be a relationship. There's like a relationship coming in that you're kind of, you were kind of, I don't even know if this is the right word, but the word I'm hearing is trepidatious, and I don't even know if that's the right word because it's not a word I use. You were trepidatious about a relationship, but it's coming whether you like it or not. That could be a mother-child relationship, could be a relationship with your own mother, or just a relationship in general. But I feel like there's something with some nurturing going on there, some kind of motherly bonding stuff that needs to happen there. All right, let's get some advice. Advice for Gemini. All right, that's what I needed. All right, Mastery. This is a Chariot card. This is Mastery. This is moving. This is moving. This is getting out of there, taking a trip, getting on your horse and riding off. Basically, there's if it's a physical move, it could be a physical move. We do have the clothes in here. Your reading is really it's kind of all over the place, and I feel like maybe that's representative of what is going on with you right now. You were feeling comfortable, or you are feeling comfortable, but some shit's getting shaken up here a little bit. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the 7 cards are major arcana. So I feel like there's something going on as far as a shift in your timeline. You are moving in a completely different direction. Maybe you didn't think you were going to have kids, and now there's a relationship coming in and you're kind of thinking about this. And you are moving on it, whatever it is, whatever this new relationship, this new beginning, this new nurturing side of yourself, you are going with it. It is coming, and I feel like you're okay with it. You're comfortable with that. But I feel like that change, that there was a change that is going to happen or has happened. So let's get some advice. Advice for Gemini. 8 of Pentacles. Tying up loose ends. So whatever it is that you feel like you're leaving behind in order to start this new kind of this new beginning and making this move that you're coming into. You need to tie up some loose ends. It's an 8, which right before 9, if you can count, which you can. That was kind of silly. But he literally, this is tying up loose ends. Like, come on. He is tying that together into a nice, pretty little pinnacle. But tying up loose ends. So whatever it is that you need to wrap up, wrap it up. That's what I'm getting for you. Wrap up this old lifestyle and kind of prepare for the new one. Wrap it up. Tie up your loose ends, wrap it up. Okay, one more card for Gemini. Advice for Gemini. 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so we have 3 Pentacles, 1 rods or wands, and the rest are all majors. So Pentacles are coming up for you a lot. The 4 is kind of being a little bit not selfish, but it's more of an emotion for me as far as worry about finances. I feel like there's a worry about finances. So I feel like the advice that we're getting for you, Gemini, is to be kind of careful with your finances, move forward with what it is that you're doing, but tie up the loose ends before you move on. So tie up those loose ends before you move on to the next stage. And kind of watch your pennies just a little bit. You are comfortable with everything that's going on. You are going to be comfortable even if you're not at the moment. Like right now, you're a little bit defensive, but I feel like you overall, the comfort level is there. And as long as you continue to watch your finances, be a little bit more careful. Be a little bit more careful with your finances right now, and tie up the loose ends before you move on to this new stage in your life. So that's the advice the cards have for you for the first half of May, and I will see you in the next reading. Don't forget to check out the Metaphysical Monday playlist in the description box below, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for sticking around this long, and as always, have a blessed day.